Hey YouTube, Kira Twig here, bringing you guys my Symphonic Warrior deck profile for February 2017. I've actually been waiting a really long time for us to get the new Symphonic Warrior support, and with the latest pack of Raging Tempest, we finally got the support for the deck. It's really cool. The pendulum effects are really good. They help special summon fast with the cards. So let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. I run 3 Symphonic Warrior mics. He is the new card of the deck, and luckily all the Symphonic Warrior stuff was common in the set as well. Unless you have a Symphonic Warrior in your other Pendulum Zone, his scale becomes 4, and once per turn during your end phase, you can target one of your banished Symphonic Warriors and add to your hand. So if you guys don't know, the Symphonic Warriors involve banishing their own selves to get off different effects depending on what the monster was, and they adjust levels and attributes so you can synchro summon and do a variety of different monsters. So being able to add them back is very easy with this card, and the fact that it adds to your hand is even better because then you'll have more plays to do next turn. And the monster effect is you can special summon this card from your hand by removing 3 Symphonic counters from your field, which is what the new field spell involves. And after you normal or special summon this card, you can normal summon 1 monster during your main phase this turn. In addition to your normal summon, you can only use this effect once per turn. That's why I run 3 mics. He's the pendulum card, so it means for good pendulum summonings, and 3 of him just because he's overall good, and no matter how you do him. If you get him out with the pendulum summon, if you set him in the scale, he's viable in any way. I also run 3 Symphonic Warrior Guitar. The other scale you run 1 and 7, and what I like about the 2 of them is they don't have a restriction on pendulum summoning like a lot of cards do, like Desk Bots, how you can only special summon Desk Bots. These cards don't have that restriction, so you can pendulum summon anything, which is why I also run another variety of monsters besides the Symphonic Warriors in this deck. You can discard this card to special summon 1 Symphonic Warrior from your deck, except for Guitar. You can only use this effect once per turn, and his monster effect is when he's normal summon, you can target 1 Symphonic Warrior in your graveyard, special summon it. So overall, great plays to go with. He's also counterpart, like I said, 1 through 7 scale, so 2 through 6, which is basically what all the monsters are. I like that you can also special summon themselves with the scale set since they're 3 and 5. A lot of times when they have pendulum cards, they don't, allow that, but with these ones, they knew what they were doing. And lastly, for the new ones, I run 3 Symphonic Warrior Synthesis. It's a flip effect monster that lets you add a Symphonic Warrior from your deck to your hand. And once per turn, you can target one you control in your graveyard whose original name includes Symphonic Warrior. Basically, it can gain that monster's name, and its effect with that monster also becomes it. Or you can banish this card from your graveyard to target one of your banished Symphonic Warrior monsters and special summon it. Overall, great. I love that they also have great stats. 1500 attack, 23, and this one's got 1900 defense, so a good set card, and most of the time when a normal summon monster runs into it, he won't be able to destroy it, or if he does, you'll still have that flip effect to rely on. So the one thing I do like with this card is it has the flip effect, and it also has another effect that you can make use of. The flip effect is good for adding. Other than that, you can just go off his other effect for special summoning. I also run 3 Symphonic Warrior Bassus. This number might change down to 2. I'll just explain a little bit why I have 3 in here. But he's your level 1 tuner. The other Symphonic Warriors I just showed in the video are not tuners, so the rest that I am showing are the tuners that we've had for a while now, but they gave us the non-effect ones to really focus this on the deck now. Once per turn, you can select 1 face-up Symphonic Warrior on the field, increase its level by the number of cards in your hand until the end phase. Then you can remove from play this card in your graveyard to select a face-up Symphonic Warrior you control, increase its level by the number of cards in your hand. So it's a double level increase by how many cards you have in your hand. And the banish effect, like I said, you'll be able to add this card back from your banish zone with mics, and it's also level 1, making it a good 1-for-1 target. So if you get your other, depending on what Symphonic Warrior it is, an easy special summon of him is also possible. I also run 3 Symphonic Warrior Piano. Another tuner, the level 3 tuner. Once per turn, you can declare 1 monster type and select 1 face-up Symphonic Warrior on the field. That monster becomes that monster type. You can declare 1 monster type and remove it from play this card from your graveyard. Select 1 Symphonic Warrior you control, and it becomes that type. So the fact that you can change type and attribute with this deck is very vital because, like I said, your extra deck is a wide variety of cards. Just for one quick example, I run Beals just because you're able to change the type or attribute of this card to make it dark and able to get out that easy synchro summon with that. I only have 1 Symphonic Warrior Drums at the moment. but it's a very good one. I would run him at 3, and I drop piano and bassist down to 2 each and run 3 of him, just because he changes the attribute. Once per turn, you can declare one attribute and select one face-up Symphonic Warrior monster on the field. That monster becomes that attribute, and he also has the same banish effect, basically from the graveyard, to make it that attribute. So easy banish effects, them being the tuners, you'll make good use of them and have them in the graveyard very fast as well with this. That's all of the Symphonic Warrior monsters. For non-Symphonic monsters now, I run 3 Pilica, Descendant of Gusto. They are all wind types, so with Pilica you have access to all the tuners in the deck that are Symphonic Warrior, meaning easy special summons. Their effects on the field will be negated, but like I said, you have access to 4, 5, and 6 synchro summon using Pilica, and she just has to be summoned, so she's also a emergency teleport target as well with that effect. And you can also even pendulum summon her with the scale to get off the effect. I also run 2 Spirit of the Fall Wind. This card is just used to search out Synthis. Adding cards with this deck is very good since you have the option of pendulum summoning for faster plays. And 1 Zephyros the Elite for bouncing the pendulum scales for another easy special summon. To wrap up the monsters, I run 1 Dandelion just for get this card out, use it for a synchro, and then you have the option of fluff tokens on the field as well. And 1 Quillbolt Hedgehog. This one is to use with Guitar. You can discard the Hedgehog to special summon 1 Symphonic Warrior from your deck except for Guitar. So if you get out the tuner with this card and then special summon Hedgehog after the tuner is summoned, you have an easy synchro play there without minusing yourself either off of the discard. It's the combo that I like to go for. That's all of the monsters. We'll move on to spells. I run 3 Synth Amplifier. Every time you activate a Symphonic Warrior effect, you place 1 counter on this card, and you can basically, they gain 100 attack points for every counter that's on this, or you can give up counters to get effects. There is a burn effect, and another one which is really good, but it requires 7 counters, so it's a little more difficult. Your opponent controls, you banish all cards your opponent controls, basically in the hand or graveyard. They control or in their graveyard, and up to the number of Symphonic Warrior monsters on the field. So it's a good way to eliminate cards on the field and or graveyard. And like I said, you just got to run through the Symphonic Warrior effects, which there are plenty to do in this deck, so you can make good use of this card as well. Sometimes even just the banish effect for that counter is worth it, even if you change like another monster on the field and you don't plan to use it. Plus 2 Terraforming, just so you can quickly get the Synth Amplifier to your hand. 1 Soul Charge, so you can grab monsters back from the graveyard for plays as well. 1 Arpstark Goblin, just for the hand power. Also, we sadly only have 1 E-Teleport, but great grab for Pilica there with this card. 1 Foolish Burial to put Bassus or any of the other ones that have banish effects from your graveyard to your graveyard for banishing. 2 Twin Twisters, same concept here. I like that the discard effect for the grave. It won't, like kill your monsters because you'll still have their effects to use. And after you banish them, you can add them back with mics. And 1 Regeki, just for field clearing. Pretty standard there. 1 for 1, as I stated earlier in the video. And for traps, I run 1 Solemn Warning, 1 Torrential Tribute, and 1 Bottomless Trap Hole. If you had the Solemn Strikes to run, just pop out the Torrential Tribute and the Bottomless for those 2 cards, and you'll be good to go. And for the extra deck, like I said, we run a very wide variety of Synchro monsters. I run 1 Armades, 1 Trishula, 1 Star Eater, 1 Stardust Charge Warrior for the Wind monster, 1 Beals. Like I said, you could change to Dark with this and basically get out the Beals very easily with the deck since you only need the Dark tuner. 1 Old Entity Haster, 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon, not Ancient Fairy, Ancient Pixie Dragon to go with the field spell, 1 Ally of Justice Cataster, 1 High Speed Roid Chambara, 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon, once again field spell and special summon plays, 1 Clearwing, another wind monster for Pilica, 1 Naturia Beast, 1 Black Rose Dragon, and for the Exceed monsters, I run 1 Leviair the Sea Dragon for also special summoning back your banished monsters, and 1 Gear Giant X for the Exceed machine type plays. So yeah, that's it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and look forward to more deck profiles on the way. Hope you guys enjoyed, and Kira Twig out.